Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome into another episode here, episode 5, season 3, breaking down this lovely NHL card here. We got 11 games. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Gokester, Gogi47 _ on Twitter. And we're coming off a 3-2 night, guys, in the NHL. I made about 1.842 units thanks to the New York Islanders coming through clutch. We also, what else we had? We had Vancouver, and we also had the over in Vancouver, guys. That was a nice spot. We had 8 goals in that one. Missed out on the Calgary Flames. That under, fortunately, and just fell apart. Calgary came out like a fucking gangbusters. 3 goals in the first 10 minutes. Didn't see that one coming. And the other L was Arizona and Montreal. 3 goals after the first. We don't hit the over 5.5. That's just criminal. Anyways, guys, we're going to bounce back. Or not even bounce back. Just continue what we're doing. Making some money day in and day out. And let's get right after it here, guys. We got 4 free plays for you. All of them plus money, or at least they were. And 1 play of the day as well, I'll throw in at the end of the show. Let's get right to it here, guys. Game number 1 here is going to be your Detroit Red Wings and your Buffalo Sabres. Line opened up plus 201, minus 225. Big news here, guys. Mantha's going to be back. That's a huge addition for Detroit. They need the offense like no other. Power play here, guys. Last 4, 2-11. PKs, they haven't allowed a penalty kill goal in the last 4 games. So Detroit's moving in the right direction when it's talking about power play opportunities for the opponents. They're not allowing any goals, although it is 14 in the last 4. That's a lot of penalties you're taking, but they're not allowing any goals here, guys. That's a good sign. We also have average shots here. This is a scary stat for Detroit. Only 19 shots in the last 4 games. So they really need Mantha back here, guys. He should really help the addition of just the offense, the locker room, you name it. Power play on the road here, only 10% on the year. 73% penalty kill as well. I do have a client play here, guys, on the total, but looking at the side, I'd have to look at Detroit. The line now, let's see where we're hanging. Plus 176. So, yeah, we're 30 cents. You're out on the plus 200. But still here, guys, even a first period – maybe not a first period the more I think about it, because with Mantha returning, it could take Detroit a little while. Third period, you could see him maybe getting his legs under him, more just familiar with how the team's moving right now, which isn't in the right direction. But anyway, guys, I also have face-offs here. An important stat you got to know is your face-offs in the offensive zone and the defensive zone. Both these teams suck. That's plain and simple. They're both under 50% face-offs and offensive and defensive. So, it's a really anyone's game, and you want to give us a plus 200 on when it's a real toss-up, if you ask me. That's a steal. I think the plus money is still live here with, you can get a plus 180 I'm seeing here at Bovada, guys. So I'd look at that with Detroit over Buffalo. Detroit also beat them 4-3 on the 6th of February. So about a week ago they played and they won. Just because Buffalo lost doesn't mean they're going to come back and win this game too, you know. They're going to have Johansson and Hammond going. They're hurting at goalie, too. I'd rather a much better Bernier. They're coming off a nice win, too, guys, against Boston. Detroit's very live there. Let's get on to the next game here, guys. Client play on the total. I really like the total here. Feel free to toss in any questions you have there, guys, throughout the show on any team, game, player, injuries, goalie, you name it. We'll break it down here. Anyways, going on the next game here, guys. Arizona Coyotes, your Toronto Maple Leafs. Coyotes on a back-to-back. It wasn't Kemper last night. I thought Kemper was going. It was Ranta. So you should have Kemper, guys. I haven't seen any confirmation on that. Let me see if I can bring it up without killing the show here. Goalie reports here. Yeah, just a very key thing here, guys. You always got to know the goalies in the NHL. If you don't know the goalies, you shouldn't be capping NHL. Plain and simple. You really got to be familiar with these goalies there, guys. Sorry about that. I just got to see the starting goalie here. I need a sidekick. Let's see. Okay. But yeah, Arizona here, guys. They're 3-18 on the power play. So they're getting a lot of power play opportunities. 2-15 on the penalty kill. So they're taking penalties as well. That's leaning towards an over. 2-4 to the over in their last 4. They're averaging about 31 shots on net. That's not bad at all. 30 shots against. Like I said, they're scoring power play goals. They're getting on the power play. They're also taking penalties. Their face-off percentage on the road, guys, is only 46%. That's not good. 44% in the offensive zone and 45% in the D zone. Very bad stats. 18% in the power play on the road and a 79% penalty kill for Arizona. So those are not the greatest of stats by any means there, guys. We'll get right onto Toronto. Just trying to see if we have a confirmation. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be Ranta going again tonight. I think it could be Kemper, and if it is Kemper here, guys, he's going to get tested against this Toronto team. 4-12 in their last 4 in the power play, 2-9 on the PK. So they're not taking penalties. That's a good sign for Toronto. Only 9 penalties in their last 4 games. 3-4 to the over. I have down here, guys, our first free play, Toronto puck line. I got a small half unit on it myself. A face-off percentage here, guys, big thing. Like I've been saying, Toronto at home face-offs are 56%. They're also 57% in the offensive zone compared to Arizona's 44. Defensive zone for Arizona's 45. Toronto's 53. You got to love this discrepancy here, guys. Power play for Toronto's also 25% at home. A little bit weak penalty kill. So does Arizona. A lot of huge advantage here to Toronto, guys. They're coming off a loss also to Montreal. Tough I think they had 2 shots in the third period in overtime in that game. So they're going to come out like gangbusters here. I expect Toronto team total over 3.5 here for you guys in the NHL as well over your Coyotes. Line opened up at minus 200 for Toronto. Let's see where it's hanging at right now for you guys. We got minus 190. Yeah, I don't see why money's no. Hjalmarsson's also back here, guys, for Arizona, which does help. But with that being said, he was minus 4 last night. Took some penalties. I'm sorry, it was minus 4. He took 2 penalties. I think he was minus 1. Yeah, I got to look towards Toronto here, guys. That's going to be a free play I like, and that's going to be our first one of the day. Toronto puck line plus, what do I have? 140. That's what I got it at. Hopefully we can still get that line. Also, Toronto and the team total over 3.5. Next game of the night here, guys. Another free play. Yes, it is. Florida Panthers and the New Jersey Devils. Line opened up minus 128 for Florida, plus 116. That's at about 11 o'clock last night. Florida, let's see what they're hanging at now. Still about minus 116, minus 121. Wow, I'm giving out New Jersey here, guys. It's a free play. I think the Devils are very alive. They're 4-15 on the power play in their last 4, compared to 1-13 for Florida. Also, they haven't allowed a penalty kill goal or a power play goal from the opponents. They're 11 of 11 in their last 4. Both teams are 3-4 to the under as well. Blackwood's coming off 2 shutouts. He's playing great hockey. I don't think he's going to get a shutout again, guys, but I expect a win. Bobrovsky's been playing a lot of hockey of late, too. It's back-to-back for Florida. Another reason why I like New Jersey. Montembeault is going to get the start. If Bobrovsky's going, I'm still fading Bobrovsky. Guys, you can't throw him in on another back-to-back here. Montembeault should get the start. Unless Drager's back, which I would be highly surprised if Drager comes back. It could happen, but I expect Montembeault to go here, guys, versus Blackwood. What do we have here? Devils, 27 shots on average here, last 4 compared to 30 from Florida. Yeah, whatever. Face-off percentages here, about even. Both of them are kind of like the Detroit-Buffalo game here, guys. 49% and 48% advantage of Florida. But, yeah, with that being said, I could go on and on about all these numbers I have here. I like New Jersey, guys. I think they're live here. I got it at plus 116. It's now, you can get an even better line. Or sorry, no, they take some of the plus money here, actually. It's about plus 110 I'm seeing. But the minus, it stayed about the same here on Florida there, about minus 1 or about 125. So actually a little bit of money has came in on the Devils. My apologies. Let's get on the next game here, though, guys. Philadelphia and the New York Islanders. The Flyers and the Islanders getting right to it here. 2-16 power play for the Flyers. 2-14 penalty kill. So, again, similar to Arizona, they're on the power play a lot, but they're also taking penalties quite a bit, a little more than you'd like to see. 3-4 to the under for Philly here. 34 average shots in the last 4, only allowed 23. So there's a plus 11 differential for shots on net for Philly right there. I do like Philly. It's not a free play, guys, but what else do we have here? 53% face-offs for Philadelphia, 48% in the offensive zone, 59% in the defensive zone. So they're a very actually sound defensive team. When you're seeing teams winning the puck, winning the face-offs in the D zone, that's huge. Power plays are about even here, home and away, 17% and 17%. Slight advantage to the Islanders on the penalty kill being at home. But with that being said, guys, plus 111 on Philadelphia. I think this is live. A lot of dogs here tonight. The dogs are they're barking tonight. Yeah, like that's the Devils. Toronto plus 140. That's not a dog, but we're getting plus money. But another dog here, Philadelphia, plus 111. I just think Islanders too. They just came off a really big win, guys, against. I was on them last night against Washington. I don't expect them to bounce back here against a Philadelphia team that really beat up on Florida, guys. Philadelphia is live, excuse me, and also the under. I don't think this is going to be nearly a high scoring game. You're getting Elliott and Varlamov, who Elliott's in not much better form, but he has been the goalie to go to since Hart's been injured. I expect him to have a good performance. He still can be a number one if he still shows it. Hart had a great game though. Anyways, Varlamov's going. I like Varlamov. But when it comes to the offense here, guys, I'm going to be looking at Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Flyers, that is, on the money line and also to the under. Next game of the night here is going to be your Tampa Bay Lightning, Pittsburgh Penguins. Tampa Bay hasn't scored a power play goal here in 4 games, 0 of 9. And the penalty kill has been nearly perfect, only allowing 1 goal. That's telling you right there that's an under team. Only averaging 26 shots on net and only allowing 27. Again, another under stat. Face-off percentages here, they're actually 54% in the offensive zone, so that's a good stat there. That's probably why they're winning all these games. They're able to take advantage of the shots they do take. They're high-scoring opportunities. So what do we have here? Tampa Bay, 13% power play on the road. That's awful. 82% penalty kill. Now we're going on to Pittsburgh here, guys. They have a 22% power play, 21%, sorry, and 83% penalty kill. So they do have the advantage here in the special teams. This is going to be a tough one. It's a back-to-back. They're holding Vasilevsky back for a reason. They wanted him for this game. I think the total is where you got to look, guys. I really like this card, actually. You're going to find I might have a whole bunch of free picks after the end of tonight. Under 6 here, minus 105. I really like that play there, guys. I don't think this is going to be a high-scoring game. It was similar to a game I believe they played not too long ago, and it was 4-2. Similar fashion. There was just a huge trade as well, guys. Pittsburgh acquired – don't have a brain fart now. Who'd they acquire? Zucker. They acquired Zucker, got rid of Galchenyuk. So that's a big addition there for Pittsburgh. Not so much for Minnesota. But with that being said, I still think this game is going to be going under. Both teams, they've only allowed 1 goal apiece on the penalty kill in the last 4 games. Slight advantage to Pittsburgh. Lean to Pittsburgh money line and also the under 6. Stronger play on the under, guys. Next game of the night here, it's going to be our second client play. It's going to be on the total. Minnesota on the side. That's where I'm looking at on this side here, guys. Minnesota, don't sleep on them at home. Right now, they're 5 of 12 on the power play, so they're almost scoring half the time on the power play. 4 and 17 on the penalty kill, so that's not the greatest of stats for a defense. Defense you want to see. 1 and 14 though for Vegas on the power play, so they're not rifling the puck in the back of the net by any means. There's also 3 and 13 on the penalty kill. So both teams, they're taking a little more penalties than you like to see. Vegas has been 3 of 4 to the over, though Minnesota's been 3 of 4 to the under. Both teams averaging over 34 plus shots. Under Vegas has only allowed 24 shots on average, which is a really good stat you want to see. Really tough to break down all these numbers, guys. Bear with me. If you have any questions, just throw them in the chat there. I'll go over it again, or tell me to slow down or break it down something else. Anyway, let's keep going here. Vegas, Minnesota. Like I'm saying, Vegas, they only average 24 shots allowed, which is really good stat. But their face-off, 48%, 51 in the O zone, 45% in the D zone. That's not good. And 15% power play and an 82% penalty kill. So reason I like Minnesota here, guys, is Vegas on the road. I expect Subban to go here. Subban's should be the goalie in my opinion here. It hasn't been confirmed, but with Fleury, he's been playing so much, guys. Just came off that loss 6-5. Now they're going on the road. I do expect Subban to go and stay lock. I think Minnesota's live here, guys. I took him at plus 130. I got. Let's see where the line's hanging right now. What do we got? Vegas plus 134 at 5 dimes, so it's went up a bit, but it stayed the same, plus 130. So I think Minnesota's live there, guys. That's going to be my 3rd free play of the night. We'll go over all the free plays at the end of the show. Going on to game 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7th game of the night here, 8 p.m. We're looking at the New York Rangers versus your Winnipeg Jets. Line opened up plus 112. Rangers minus 126. Let's see where we're sitting at right now. We are sitting at, where is it? Plus 109 for the Rangers and minus 121. So some monies came in on the Rangers. You're now getting only plus 109. I do have a client play here, guys, on the total. I really like the total in this game. Right to the power play stats. Rangers are 4-8 on the power play in the last 4, and the Winnipeg Jets are 4-14. So both teams are scoring. Rangers 3-9 in the penalty kill, and the Jets are 1-11, so only allowed 1 goal compared to the Rangers allowing 3 goals. Both teams averaging over 30 shots on net, but allowing over 30 shots on net as well. Looking at the side here, guys, I like my client play here on the total, but don't sleep on the Jets here, guys. Even though the line is going in the Rangers' direction, I think the Jets, reason why here, let's go quickly to faceoffs. Faceoff percentages here, I know that's not going to make the difference in the game, but 54% faceoffs, Winnipeg's winning at home. That's a huge stat right there. Both teams do have a good offensive zone faceoff percentage, so meaning they're having higher scoring opportunities. But the big one here, guys, is the Jets. The Jets are 48% as well here on the defensive zone faceoffs compared to 45% for the Rangers. So both teams allowing a lot of scoring opportunities. But I think the Jets here, guys, I don't love it. I like my total a lot better, but I'd be looking at the Jets on the money line. Even with Shesterkin going, I do like Shesterkin. It's a tough game. It's not one of my favorites here. The total's where it's at. Moving on to the next game here, guys, 8:30 p.m., Carolina-Dallas. This is a back-to-back play on the packages. Sorry, guys, I can't go so much in depth on it. This is the last of all the client plays. I can break down the next 3. No worries. Carolina-Dallas, so I'll go quickly over it. 5 of 14 for Dallas on the power play, guys. So they are scoring. They're putting the puck in the net, Dallas. But the thing is, 5 and 13 on the PK, allowing 5 goals out of 13 opportunities. That's not good. Carolina here, 3-11 on the power play, and then 3-15 on the penalty kill. So both teams are trending a little higher than you'd think. What do I have here? Face-off percentages. Both teams are similar to the New York Rangers Winnipeg game, guys. They have good offensive zone face-offs and a little bit weaker defensive zone, but the advantage is Dallas at 56% in the D zone, so they do very well in the face-off zone there. Dallas at home. Power plays, both teams are about 20%, and PKs, both teams are about 83-84%. So that's where we are at that game, guys. I can't go too much more into it there. If you kind of caught onto my drift, maybe you're able to get that one. But anyway, I expect Mrazek and Bishop to go there tonight. Mrazek needs to have a good start here. Reimer's been playing. Both teams they've been 4-4 to the overs. Both teams really need to get a win here. It's important hockey time, guys. Important time to get some wins. Important hockey time. It's always important hockey time. It's important time to get some wins. Trade deadline coming up. The standings are getting tight. You have about 2 more months left. This is crunch time right now, guys. So expect some good hockey. Some teams starting to separate themselves like those Tampa Bay Lightning. Third game, what do we have here? 9th game on the docket here, Ottawa, Colorado, 9 p.m. Senators versus the Avalanche. Minus 281 it opened up at, guys. See where we're sitting at now for Colorado. That's just insane. I don't have a good feel in this game. I won't lie. It's now minus 261, so a bit of money's came in on Ottawa there, guys. 6.5 is the total. If anything, I lean to an under here. Reason being, both teams are only averaging about under 30 shots on net. And surprisingly, Ottawa's gotten a lot better, only allowing 33 on average in the last 4, and Colorado 29.5. So both teams are trending more towards the under. Faceoffs too. Ottawa's winning faceoffs in the D zone and offensive zone. They should be able to keep up with Colorado. I don't think they're going to win the game, but I wouldn't be taking a puck line on Colorado here, guys. I like the under. Excuse me. Under, even though we have weak penalty kills here, guys, I'm seeing 75% for Ottawa and 80% for Colorado. Ottawa's power play doesn't do a whole lot on the road anyway, only at 12%, 22% for Colorado at home. It's probably going to be a Colorado win. I'm not going to be taking Colorado, obviously, here, guys. I'm going to be taking the under. I think at 6.5. Opened up at minus 108. I expect it still to be sitting at 6.5. So that's where we're looking at that game there, guys. Ottawa, Colorado, under 6.5. Next game of the night here, guys. 2 more to go, 9 p.m. Chicago Blackhawks and your Edmonton Oilers. Line opened up here, plus 113 Chicago, minus 125 for Edmonton. We are now sitting at minus 110 for Edmonton. Okay, so money's coming in on Chicago. I got killed in that last loss there, guys, against the Jets. Had the under 6.5, 4 goals from the Jets in the third period, hit 7, just a brutal beat. So Chicago's coming off an awful third period, guys. They allow 38 shots on average in their last 4, which is an awful stat. Both faceoffs are about 49% apiece. A slight advantage to Chicago. I could see that here. But the power play for Edmonton, guys, 31% at home. You can't sleep on that. Counter that with Chicago's penalty kill. It is 85%. Surprisingly, Edmonton only has a 76% power play at home. So that's not exactly something that's going to finish teams off if you take some penalties late. I'd be looking at the over 6 here, guys, plus 100, and Chicago on the money line. It's too bad we couldn't get the better of the line. It's now about plus 100, minus 101. It opened up at 113. But I'd be looking at Chicago here, bounce back spot. I do like Lehner. Crawford's been playing good hockey. I think he needed a little break. And no confirmation yet. Let's see if I can bring up the – I'm not going to do it. It's going to waste more time. But I believe it's going to be Smith here. Koskinen hasn't been playing the greatest of hockey. I expect Smith to go tonight, guys. Moving on to the last game of the night, we're looking at St. Louis and Anaheim. It's going to be the last free play for you guys. St. Louis regulation. Allen's going to get the start here, I expect. Bishop. Binghamton's had a shaky last few starts. Allen, when he goes on the road, guys, he's been doing this all year. They've been playing to the under, and they've been winning like 3-2, 2-1 kind of games, and I expect that here. Anaheim's coming back off a long road trip. You know, when teams come off a long road trip, they usually take a little while to get their feet under them. They're also 3-4 to the under. Anaheim, their last 4. I expect this to be a tight game here. Both teams have good D-zone face-off percentages, over 50%. O-zone, slight advantage to Anaheim, but power play, 27% for St. Louis on the road. So that's a good stat here for St. Louis for our free play here, guys. Both teams about 80% of the penalty kill. I still think this is going under, I have an over 5.5 because the line was 6. We're going to stay off the total, guys. Obviously, I'm back and forth with the total. We're going to stick with the free play on St. Louis. That's a free play on St. Louis regulation. I got it at plus 100. I expect Allen to go against Gibson. Tighter game here. Probably laying to an under, even though I had over here. Yeah, guys, that's the NHL card there. St. Louis regulation. We'll go over the free plays one more time here. Here's all the heads. What's going on, guys? Yeah, Alex, what's going on, buddy? Sorry late. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in, dear Slayer. It's good to have you here. I feel like Peter Loshek here. Everyone's welcome. Pete, get in here. Anyways, guys, let's go over the free plays here. They're Toronto on the puck line, plus 140. I think they're going to kick the shit out of Arizona tonight. Minnesota money line going against Vegas. A lot of people are on Vegas tonight, and I expect even if Fleury does go, I don't think he's going to be ripe. I think Subban should be going, and I think Minnesota with their home stats are going to beat Vegas here. Next game here, free play, is St. Louis regulation. We already went over that. And the fourth one was New Jersey Devils money line, plus 116. Don't sleep on how well the Devils have been doing. 2 shutouts back-to-back right now for Blackwood, so he's playing good hockey. And I expect Monty to go. Montembeault, AHL goalie, not too worried about him. So, yeah, that's the free plays there, guys. So hey, what's going on, buddy? Anyways, free plays. Also, I like Philadelphia in the money line tonight, guys, and the under 5.5 there. A bit of money I put on that. But I also have 5 client plays. That's the bread and butter. That's the ones I have all my records docked for. 3-2 last night. We have another 5 plays we gave out today. Yeah, so that's where you can find it all in the descriptions below, guys. I got it all updated, records, you name it. We also have a giveaway. Looking to do this T-shirt giveaway. Just the more the merrier. The more heads we get in here like we do right now, I'll do a T-shirt giveaway there, guys. And yeah, or if you even sign up for a package, you'll be entered for a giveaway. That's another way. So let's finish up here with the AHL. 4 games in the AHL tonight. First one's going to be Rochester, Charlotte, the Buffalo Sabres, and the Carolina affiliates. Luukkonen and Neto Djokovic. Neto Djokovic was the AHL goalie of the year last year, from what I know. He took their team to the Calder Cup. You got to be looking Charlotte, in my opinion, here, guys. Rochester, a lot of these players for Buffalo are banged up, especially their goalies. Luukkonen's young kid. He's their 3rd goalie. Hasn't had many starts. He's going up against a Charlotte team that's 14-9 at home, 7-3 in their last 10. They're also plus 18 differential in their goal market. So everything's leaning towards Charlotte here, guys. I'm going to give away out a free play on Charlotte regulation, about plus 110 at Heritage, and I also lean towards the over. Those are my 2 free plays I'm going to give out to you guys. They're correlated over 6, Rochester, Charlotte, and Charlotte in regulation. With that being said, Charlotte's been 4-4 to the overs. I do expect Rochester to still get some goals. They got the likes of Day and Middlestat still down for that team, and they can put the puck in the net. So that's what I like there, guys. Free plays right there, 2 of them. Over 6, Rochester, Charlotte, and Charlotte at regulation. Next one here, guys, I'll be quick. There's 3 of them. Grand Rapids, Cleveland. I have a client play on the side here. Looking at the total, under 6. This should be about a 5.5. Both teams only averaging about 26, 23 shots on net. Allowing about 30, but still, they're not generating many opportunities. Grand Rapids, though, guys, they did get 2 guys called back up from Detroit, the Red Wings, so they're now going to be on Grand Rapids, which will help them. Penalty kills are also 83% for Grand Rapids and 88% for Cleveland. So power plays are pretty much thrown out the door. They're not getting many shots. I got to look at an under 6 there, guys. I'm not an official free play, but that's where I'm looking in that game. And these lines are available, like I always say, Heritage, Bet Online, Bet365, Bovada, 888 Sport, William Hill. Most of them got them nowadays, so got to love the AHL. Next game here, guys, second one of the night, going to Iowa, San Antonio versus the Iowa Wild. Wilcox and Kakkonen. Iowa's been one of the best teams of late, guys. They just beat up on Stockton, who's another top team in that division, in that conference. So you really got to like what you're seeing from Iowa. Kakkonen's going to be going. He's fresh. They had Robson going the other game. Surprised he got the win. 9-1 in their last 10 at home. That's Iowa. 18-7 at home. You got to be looking at Iowa here, guys, though it is a puck line. They're finally catching on, guys. You don't see many puck lines in the AHL. Usually they give you about -1s, but here they got to throw a puck line -105. I see why. San Antonio's 1-15 on the power play. 80% PK. They do have a 20% power play, so they can score, you could say. They have a -20 differential on the road here, so that's not a good sign. I believe it's 69 goals for and about 89 goals against. So there's also 7-11 on the road. I lean to it's anti-correlated, guys. You never want to take a puck line in an under because, it could go 5-3. And what do you do? You're breaking even, if that. So I do, though, think that if you can get a San Antonio team total under, that's live, but the under 6. But I do like Iowa on the puck line. I'm not going to be a free play, but that is where I'm looking, guys. Last game of the night here is going to be Tucson, Colorado. We're going to have Prosvedov and, Miska. Werner's hurt right now for Colorado, so Miska's been playing really good hockey right now. Colorado, these are 2 top teams. It's probably going to be the game of the night right here in Colorado. Tucson's going to have Prosvedov down. He played a couple games for Arizona. He's a good goalie. He's an AHL caliber goalie. Still a young kid, born 98. So both teams, though, averaging, guys, 35, 34 shots on net. Defensively goes to Tucson at 27 against compared to 32 for Colorado. Both teams are +18 and +20 goal differential. So like I said, it's going to be 2 good teams going at it. I do have a client play here, guys. It's client play number 2 on the side. But looking at the total, I'd be looking at an over 6. Power plays are firing 5-18 and 4-18, getting opportunities and scoring, and both teams are allowing 3-14 and 3-17. So also 3-4 to the overs. That's where I'll be looking there, guys. Tucson, Colorado, over 6. San Antonio, Iowa, under 6. Grand Rapids, Cleveland, under 6. And the free plays, Rochester, Charlotte, over 6 +105, and Charlotte in regulation. That's the card there, guys. We're about a half an hour like we do. And appreciate everyone tuning in. Alex there. Dom Ricci, everyone there. Islanders, Maple Leafs, puck line, regulation time. Let's go. Yeah, the Islanders game there, Alex, it's I lean towards Philadelphia. I'll be quick with it. Reason why I do, last 4 there, advantage goes to Philadelphia for shots against, 23-28. So both teams have been doing pretty well. Faceoffs, though, Philadelphia is 53% on the road on faceoffs, and the big one is D zone. Almost 60% in the D zone. Philly's winning, so they are, they're a team that you really, it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. I'm just taking the +11 here, but it should be a good game there, guys. I appreciate everyone tuning in. Alex, Deerslayer, everyone else there that's just larking. We'll be back again Thursday to break down just the NHL. Should be about the same thing, 11, 12 games. Hopefully we can do this giveaway soon there, guys. And if you just want to be tossed in with that, I got the t-shirt there. We got a bunch of different colors. You can see it all below. Packages are all down below as well. I got promo codes, a bunch of good stuff there, guys. Trying to keep you for the long run. It's a good party. It's a good time. And hit me up if you have any questions. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you Thursday.